Okay, so have you ever like wondered, with all the dating apps and social media and everything, if it's actually making it harder to like really connect with someone? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it seems
Mhm.
like we have all these ways to meet people now, but it's like, is it actually harder to find that genuine spark or
I
something?
think a lot of people are feeling that for sure.
Yeah, so that's what we're going to dive into today. And we're actually going to be looking at a video transcript from the Psych2Go YouTube channel. And the video is called How Modern Dating is Destroying Us.
Oh, wow. That sounds intense.
Yeah, right. Catchy title, though.
Definitely gets your attention.
But it's actually a really interesting look at how this whole digital age thing, you know,
Right.
like it's changed the whole game of romance and not always for the better, right?
For sure.
So we're going to break down some of the key arguments from the video and hopefully give you some like food for thought about your own dating experiences.
Yeah, that's the goal, like maybe help you navigate this whole crazy world of modern love with a little more awareness.
Totally. So let's jump right in. The video starts off by talking about this idea of like blurring lines in modern dating.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's like you think back to like old school dating, right?
hmm
You had like love letters. People actually went on dates,
Little dates.
right? Not just like texting all the time. There was like a clear sense of, you know, if someone was into you,
Yeah.
they made it known.
Yeah, like you knew where you stood.
Exactly. But now it's like with dating apps and all the texting, it's like so much more ambiguous. It's like
Okay.
you never really know for sure. Like, is this a date or are we just hanging out? What does this text actually mean?
Totally. And I think that ambiguity can be really
Oh,
frustrating.
for sure. It's
Yeah.
like it keeps you guessing and it can make it harder to like actually be vulnerable and put yourself out there.
Right, because you're not even sure if you're on the same page to begin with.
Exactly. And the video actually talks about this idea of like situationships.
Oh, yeah, situationship.
It's like this kind of like undefined in-between thing that's not really a relationship, but it's not just friends either.
Right, it's like this weird gray
Yeah,
area.
and it can drag on for like way too long and leave you feeling totally confused and like not really getting closure.
Totally, because it's like there's no clear definition, no real commitment. So it's like, where do you even go from there?
Yeah, and it's like I think a lot of that comes from this whole like digital communication thing. Like it's so easy to send a quick text or, like a heart emoji, but doesn't necessarily mean the same thing as like an actual in-person conversation.
Right, like there's so much nuance that gets lost in translation.
For sure. And that leads us to the next point the video talks about, which is the paradox of choice.
Okay, what's that?
So it's like on the surface, you'd think having all these options, like endless potential partners would be a good thing.
Makes sense, right? More options, better chances of finding the one.
Right. But the video actually argues that it can actually make it harder to find a meaningful connection.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, it's kind of like that thing when you go to a restaurant and the menu is like 100 pages long.
Oh, yeah, I hate that.
Right. It's like you end up spending more time agonizing over the choices than actually enjoying the meal.
So it's like that with dating, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like with so many options available, it can be hard to commit to one person because there's always that thought in the back of your mind, like, what if there's someone better out there?
Oh, I see. So it's like that FOMO thing.
Totally. And it can create this like constant state of comparison and like dissatisfaction with what you have because you're always wondering what else is out there.
And that can make it really hard to actually build a deep connection with someone.
Right. And I think it also kind of ties into this whole idea of like the grass is always greener mentality,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, like you're never fully present with the person you're with because you're always thinking about the possibilities.
Exactly. And the video talks about how this can lead to like a lot of anxiety and even loneliness, even within
Oh,
relationships.
wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's like even if you're with someone amazing, there's still that temptation to keep swiping and like see what else is out there.
I guess it's hard to resist that temptation when it's so easily available.
Right. And then there's this whole other layer too, which is that so much of our interaction now is like through screens.
Yeah, like texting and video calls.
Exactly. And while those things are great for like staying in touch and like logistics and stuff,
Yeah.
it's not the same as like actually being with someone in person.
Right, like you miss out on all the nonverbal cues, like body language, tone of voice, all that stuff.
Totally. And the video talks about how important those nonverbal cues are for like actually understanding someone and building a genuine connection.
Because it's like you can say one thing, but your body language might be saying something totally different.
Exactly. And you just don't get that same level of depth and nuance from like a text message or even a video call.
And I think that can lead to a lot of misunderstandings too, because it's like you're interpreting everything through this digital filter.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like Have you ever had that thing where you send a text and the person totally misinterprets it because they can't hear your tone of voice or like see your facial expression?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
It's so frustrating. And the video actually suggests that this whole like reliance on digital communication might even be hindering our social skills.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Mm.
like if we're not getting enough practice with face-to-face interaction, we might start to lose some of those subtle but important skills that help us navigate social situations.
That's a good point.
And then there's this whole other thing too, which is like the whole curated online persona thing.
Oh, yeah, like everyone's trying to present their best selves online.
Exactly. And social media really plays into this, right? It's like we have so much control over how we present ourselves to the world.
We're all like little PR agents for our own lives.
Totally. And the video argues that this can actually like inflate our egos and make us more focused on external validation than like genuine connection.
Oh, I see. Like it becomes more about getting likes and followers than actually building real relationships.
Right. And it can also lead to like a lot of dishonesty because people are so focused on presenting this like perfect version of themselves.
Yeah, like you never really know who you're actually dealing with online.
Exactly. And the video ties this into the rise of like hookup culture and this kind of like transactional approach to relationship.
Oh, yeah, like people are looking for someone to fulfill specific needs rather than like a real partner.
Yeah, and it's like situationships and one-night stands are kind of like symptoms of this whole mentality.
Makes
It's
sense.
like instant gratification, but not a lot of depth or commitment.
So, like, have you ever felt that pressure to like present this perfect version of yourself online?
Oh my God, all the time, especially when it comes to dating, it's like you feel like you have to have the perfect profile picture, the witty bio, the like highlight reel of all your
It's
accomplishments.
exhausting,
Totally. And it can make it hard to like actually be vulnerable and authentic.
right? Because you're so worried about what other people will think.
Yeah, and the video actually touches on something else that I think is really relevant to all of this, which is trauma dumping.
Trauma.
Yeah, it's basically when someone like unloads all their emotional baggage on you without like really considering your capacity to handle it.
Oh, yeah, I've definitely experienced that.
And it's like it could be a sign of like boundary issues or unhealthy coping mechanisms.
Right. It's like they're using you as their therapist without asking.
Exactly. And it can be really overwhelming, especially if you're just getting to know someone.
Totally. And it's like, it's not that you don't want to be supportive, but there's a time and a place for those kinds of conversations.
Right. And it's important to set boundaries and make sure you're not taking on more than you can handle.
Ooh, so true.
So yeah, I think this whole deep dive into the Psych2Go video
Mm-hmm.
has really highlighted some like pretty profound ways that technology has changed the dating game.
Yeah, it's like, it's a double-edged sword,
I
right?
definitely like it's opened up all these new possibilities, but it's also created these new challenges that we have to be aware of.
Like, we really have to be mindful of how we're using technology and make sure it's not like taking over our lives or preventing us from forming real connections.
Totally. And I think the key takeaway is like finding that balance between like using technology to our advantage, but also prioritizing those like real life human interactions.
Right, because ultimately it's those human connections that really matter.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So here's a final thought for you to ponder as you navigate this whole crazy world of modern love with all the technology and everything. What are those like core aspects of human connection that will always be important no matter what?
Yeah, like what are those things that transcend the digital realm?
Exactly. And what small change could you make in your own approach to dating that might help you cultivate those deeper connections?
That's a great question to think about.
Yeah, for sure. Food for thought, right?
Definitely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of modern dating.
It's been a great conversation.
Always a pleasure. And until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and as always, keep diving deeper.
Yeah.